Meet Kevin Harrington. With over 500 products launched and generating $5 billion in product sales in over 100 countries, Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, as seen on TV pioneer, and original shark on the Emmy Award-winning TV show Shark Tank. Get Down to Business with Kevin Harrington is an exclusive television showcase featuring one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs getting to know business owners from across the nation. Watch as entrepreneurs and innovators share their stories of courage, risk, failure and success, inspiration and determination, all to introduce their products and services to the world and achieve the American dream. On today's show, the shark dives deep with fellow entrepreneurs to get the inside scoop on their exciting ventures and upcoming plans. Now, it's time to get down to business with Kevin Harrington.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and with me is Gabe Clements of FL Real Estate Buyers. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, Kevin.
Welcome. How you doing? All right?
Doing great. Yeah, happy to be here.
I love the story about your business and your background. For many, many years, I think close to 15, you're a pilot flying Gulfstreams and helicopters and, you know, taking people and protecting their lives up in the air.
Right.
Pretty amazing business, and congrats on that. But along the way, you started dabbling in real estate, and now for 10 years, FL Real Estate Buyers is a company that helps people in distress, in many different kinds of situations. And we're going to talk about that. But basically, you buy real estate. You buy condos, houses, multifamily, land.
Exactly.
Anything,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Basically anything.
Fantastic. So walk me through the transition that you had from a pilot to a real estate investor, and now helping people all around in getting out of some of the issues that they have with real estate.
Absolutely. So flying was always a passion of mine. I love it. It runs third generation pilot in my family. Something I grew up around airplanes. It was very fun.
Nice.
Started out more fun in my late teens, early 20s, and then as I got older in life and responsibilities, I determined that I wanted a little more out of life. Wanted to be able to make a bigger impact.
Right.
So that's when I started getting involved in real estate. Took that direction, and it's become a true passion of mine to be able to help people. People that have complicated situations navigate the waters of how to get to where they want to get to.
Yes, so we're going to talk about the specific folks that are out there, because I think we've broken them down into 5 categories, okay?
Right.
But just to put it to plain and simple terms, if somebody owns a piece of real estate and they want to sell it or they want to get out, it's a tough time. I mean, there may be some financial issues or various things, but just in a nutshell, tell me what you do to help these people get out of a problem situation.
First and foremost, what really sets us apart from everyone else is that we're totally transparent.
Okay.
So we have a very short 5-minute conversation.
Very nice.
It's a qualification process. It's 9 steps, open book.
Right. Nice.
And we determine whether or not we can help.
Gotcha.
If we can't, then we lay out other solutions that will best fit the needs.
Kind of send them in the right direction,
exactly.
possibly, right? So
Yeah.
you're going to help anybody that calls.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And so this 9-step system is something you've developed over these 10 years, and from the start to the finish, the last step is
them getting paid.
Them getting paid.
Yes.
and moving on. So
Correct.
So that's pretty powerful. So real estate, there's real estate values have increased, but some people have circumstances that they're dealing with, right? So
that's exactly right, Kevin. So in our South Florida market right now, it's obviously a fantastic market to sell a property. However, not every property is a good property to list on the open market.
Right.
There's multiple reasons that we'll discuss as to what would constitute better to sell to our company,
right?
Not only from the trust standpoint, but also to get a customized solution that fits our client.
Gotcha. I like the open book concept, all right, because people are in a state of not really knowing, what's going on, what the next steps are. There's all kinds of you've got the courthouse that you have to deal with, and sometimes there's liens and filings and
people pass away.
People passing away. So let's talk about the categories of folks that you help.
Right.
Number one, I think, you said you start with people on the phone, but sometimes you're dealing with somebody that's out of state. They may own the property you're in Palm Beach area,
right.
but they may own a piece of property there, but they may live in Ohio. So a lot of times you're doing a lot of phone work, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
So people will reach out to people reach out to us, and I think what's really big for them is that they've check our reviews. They've looked at us on the Better Business Bureau. We build a little bit of understanding of each other. But there have been countless properties that we purchased from people that are out of state.
Yeah, deal with them on the phone. You never even met them.
We never even met them.
That's
even
amazing.
Before the coronavirus.
Right.
It was before Zoom. There were people that I don't even know what they look like.
Yeah. Well, this is where the trust comes in. So you have to establish that trust on the front end. And hey, being a pilot for many, many years, people had to put their trust in you to go, fly somewhere. So I think that gives me a good feeling knowing your background, right? So the second kind of situation you help are where there's multiple family members, correct?
Exactly.
Because let's talk about it.
Okay. So I'm not a counselor of any sort. However, what we have learned over the years is by becoming experts in this field, we are a trusted source for multiple family members. So if there's a property that's been inherited by a family, the family members don't agree on something, or sometimes they don't even talk.
Right.
We act as a liaison between the family members to find out what each person wants to do, and we craft that solution to help everybody.
Yes, very good. So, and that happens a lot. I know when my father passed away, his real estate, all of a sudden there's 6 kids and we're all discussing what do we do, right? So getting some input from someone like yourself would be very helpful and beneficial and powerful. So the third type situation happens a lot where they're gonna sell because they have to get out of the situation they're in, but they don't know where they're gonna go. And this happens a lot of times with seniors, I know. So
exactly,
let's talk through this third possibility.
This is very special to me. This one, because I love offering a trusted source to people that have lived in a property sometimes 20, 30, 40 years, and they are ready to take the next step. They want to downsize. Sometimes they want to stay in Florida. They want to get out of the area. It depends. But they can't sell their property until they know where they're going to go.
Right. Gotcha.
So by working with us, you don't have to actually sell your property until you know you have a place to go.
There you go.
Which offers a great safety net.
You give them some of that flexibility.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. And so we've talked about 3 situations. The fourth one happens often. And these are problem situations. People have liens, or they have issues with
title.
The title or the equity percentages, things like this. How do you help in these situations then?
So these are very rough waters to navigate for a lot of people, and the stress can start to be really heavy on them. How do I deal with this? Sometimes people get ostrich syndrome and stick their head in the sand. They look away from it.
Right.
So because we deal with this, we have a team of attorneys that we work with. We have expert knowledge on how to best solve the lien, the title problems.
Right.
There have been certain instances where there have been attorneys that have inherited properties that don't know how to solve these problems.
Wow.
Because our attorneys do this on a daily basis, we've been able to still resolve these issues, so we can fix this.
So this is a big part. There's many people out there that need to get out of their house, or that for whatever reason, and the fact that you've done dozens and dozens of these. In fact, even where you're helping attorneys do what they should have known how to do is pretty impressive. So I know that's sort of the 5th type of individual that you deal with. We've talked about 4 so far, but the 5th is where you actually are working with attorneys to, whether they have their own property or they're representing somebody, you have this network of attorneys that are coming to you with deal flow and solving problems, correct? And that's a good thing to know, that attorneys are coming to you, Gabe. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And attorneys have decided to start working with us because when they have a client that has a property they want to sell, they need to work with a trusted source that they know is going to see it through, see the transaction through, so that their client gets paid. In some instances, we've paid the attorney's fees for the clients. So we've developed these relationships, so we're the first people that they call when they have a situation.
Great. So for the 5 situations to summarize, one is if you're an out-of-state person, you can help them even without ever meeting over the phone. You can take care of all these things, sign the right paperwork. That's number one. You also have multiple family member issues. You know, I know you're not a personal consultant to the family, but you end up having to give them some good direction and advice. And the third step, people that need a place to move, and it could involve seniors also.
We can arrange the moving for those people, and we can help them find them. There's been instances where we've helped people move across the country.
That's amazing. And fourth are problem situations, from liens and tax situations. And fifth is you help attorneys handle all of this, because you have assembled an amazing, what I call a dream team of experts, right? So you have attorneys, and also, I mean, you end up, after you buy these places, fixing them up and spending money, so you've got that whole side taken care of also, right?
Right.
So just for the folks that are listening, you have one little story about somebody that you've helped without naming names, just for people to understand how powerful this can be.
I have countless, and it's so hard to pick one. But I think one that really, really resonates with me that I'd like to point out was a really nice lady that was in her 90s that lived in Alabama. And she and I spoke over the course of several months. She had a property in South Florida that had a lot of title and lien problems. She had written it off. She was in her 90s on Social Security, no savings, and she was ready to just give up on the situation.
Oh, wow.
She had a property in Alabama that needed a lot of work as well, so she could use the extra money. So what we were able to do was reduce a personal lien against her for over $100,000 down to $1,000, which created a ton of equity that went into her pocket, which gave her a nest egg that she could live comfortably moving on, and then also do all the work to her house up in Alabama.
Very good, very good. So, Gabe Clements, you have a 9-step system that's an open book system. You help folks in 5 different categories of situations we've discussed here. I want to thank you for being with us here today.
Absolutely,
Gabe Clements,
thank you.
FL Real Estate Buyers.
Call, literally 5-minute consultation call. We'll determine if we can help and work together. Call the number on the screen. And if we can't help, we'll point you in the right direction.
We trusted you in the air. Now we're going to trust you on the ground in the real estate situations. Gabe Clements, thanks for being here today.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.